is a war. It's happening now. It will decide the fate of humanity. The time to choose sides has come. We are the resistance. We are the InfoWar.
I have about 102 fever right now, and I did go and get a chest x-ray and some other stuff today, and I do have pneumonia in both lungs, but good news is it's only on the tops. But I tell you, I had my cousin die of this year, or late last year. My uncle died early this year of this, and it's been called the mystery illness all over the United States. But they're doing a swab test of it, but they say it looks like bacteria. And I don't go to the doctor unless I am in serious pain, coughing up blood. These little buggers are in there having an absolute field day chewing on my lungs. But the reason I'm here is because wild horses couldn't drag me away. Quite frankly, I could hardly stand up earlier. I was in there laying on the couch. But as soon as we go on air, I'm ready. Because the part of my brain that is aware of the threat to society shifts into gear. And I think that's why when I'm tired or been out of town or had no sleep or done whatever, I tend to come in and do the show because it's a crutch. It's actually very, very relaxing until you get off air, then you're totally exhausted. But David Knight, who filled in last week, and I don't want to say filled in because David is such a joy to listen to because he's so informed and such a wide breadth and width of knowledge. He did last Sunday's broadcast when I took my son and daughters out shooting with one of our friends. But I invited him back this Sunday with us yet again because I just enjoy having his company. And if I need to lean on somebody, he's here. But you know how I am. I'll probably never go to the calls, never even let him talk. But he's sitting over there, and we have a lot to talk about. When we come back from break, I just want to be clear. I believe in medical science. I believe in Western medicine, except the fact that it's been hijacked by the Rockefellers on record. Look it up, Rockefeller medicine. And that they are trying to suppress the good parts of it and expand the bad ones. And here's Time magazine that came out yesterday, I guess on Saturday. Children exposed to more brain-harming chemicals than ever before. And it goes on to admit U.S. studies, Chinese studies, you name it, that fluoride is one of the main ones. They admit it's brain-damaging children. Not the naturally occurring fluoride that you need a little bit of, the calcium fluoride, but the hydrofluorosilicic acid that's added. They admit it's brain-damaging the children. So that's going to be coming up. And that's my issue and my point. The reason the globalists can get away with stuff like this is it's so diabolical. The average person goes, there's no way they're putting that in the water to brain damage you. No, the Soviets did it in the 30s. Lenin did. That's in not one but two Pulitzer Prize-winning books about World War II because then the Germans, we've got to dig those books back out. I've gone and gotten the citations and read it on air. It came out in the Nuremberg trials that the Nazis were putting it in the forced labor camp water at about 3 parts per million. They put it 1.6 part per million for us. At 3 parts per million, folks, you start getting real submission. And you wonder why the folks in the camps are so submissive. A, they kept them near starvation and killed anybody that spoke up and stood up. So that's A, B. But C, they were on hydrofluorosilicic acid. This isn't a game or a joke. This is a real deal.
The globalists have controlled the mainstream media for a long time, but now they're expanding, making the weaponization even more vicious and deceptive. All the major networks are state-run.
We are partnering this year with the NFL.
The NFL has become a political weapon against the Second Amendment and pushes Obamacare. MSNBC tells us that our children belong to the state.
We have to break through our kind of private idea that kids belong to their parents or kids belong to their families and recognize that kids belong to whole communities.
The brainwashing media machine has been turned up on high, and it's time for humanity to double down on the true people's media and strike back against the tyrants that are destroying our civilization with their lies and fraud. We are the resistance. You are the resistance. You are the InfoWar. It is more important than ever to realize that we are not the alternative media. We are the true media. The establishment dinosaur press is dying.
We are in an information war, and we are losing that war.
Join us at InfoWarsNews.com and PrisonPlanet.tv. Members can share their memberships with up to 11 people. By subscribing, you will literally be buying war bonds in the InfoWar to expand our operation in the face of the tyrants. Join us at PrisonPlanet.tv.